What is up, guys? Welcome back. So this is following, it's kind of like a mini series that I'm doing for like two, maybe three videos, where basically I share why I left a certain community for essentially biblical masculinity. Okay, so if you haven't already seen, the first video of this really short series was why I left the red pill. In today's video, we're going to go into why I left the black pill. Okay, seems like I've been popping a lot of pills in my past. But yeah, essentially with the black pill, let's start off with why was I involved with the black pill to begin with. Let's set the scene. And it's quite similar to why I got involved with the red pill. The communities are kind of similar. Same with the red pill. I didn't know how to talk to girls. I struggled with my confidence speaking to girls. Growing up fatherless, I didn't have dad to seek advice from, to talk to. I didn't have that example really where I can see how dad's talking to mom in a loving way, how mom's talking to dad. I only saw that when I was like 5 years old or whatever. Like you can't really recall back then, right? So just not knowing how to talk to girls and struggling with my confidence to speak to girls that I liked, it sucked, man, because I don't have anyone to talk to, who to ask about this, right? So I'll be the first to admit that I sat down and I typed into Google or into YouTube or whatever, how to talk to girls, or why doesn't she like me? It's cringe, but I did that. And ultimately, I ended up stumbling upon a lot of black pill content, okay? Because the titles and everything and the way that they spoke in their videos made it feel like they were talking about me. Why do I say that it made it feel like they were talking about me is because one of the main pain points for me was there will be a girl that I liked, we'll be making eye contact a lot, smiling at each other, but then when I go to try talk to her, I fumble the bag, she ends up the next week going with some other dude, okay? Completely ghosting me essentially. And that hurt, man, because dude, I really tried. And whenever that would happen, it would make me feel even more insecure about myself as a young man, right? As a high school kid. It made me feel even more insecure about myself. And ultimately, I wasn't a bad looking guy, okay? I wasn't. I genuinely believed that it was because I was ugly and that girls were just choosing Chad because Chad looked more attractive than me. That genuinely was what I thought, is that I was just butt-ass ugly, which I objectively was a decent looking guy, a decent looking kid, right? I shouldn't have that much of a problem. But I built it up in my mind that I was so ugly and that's why she didn't want me. So yeah, believing looks were everything, that's where I started falling into the black pill. Because the black pill confirms your belief that looks are everything. And that's why she didn't choose you, because you have an asymmetrical eyelid or some random thing like that. Oh, your nose is a bit crooked. That's why. See, Chad's nose is perfectly straight. Some random stuff like that. And they poison your mind in the black pill, man. It's crazy. It is such a toxic place for young, insecure young men to be in, bro. It is not healthy. So before I really dive into what was bad about it, let's first start off with what I found was really good about it. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing good about it at all. At least in the red pill, there were a few good things that I could extract. There's nothing I can extract from the black pill to be used for good. This is one of the rare cases where there is no good in this. It is literally just a group of bitter men who are miserable and jealous, who are chronically online, do nothing with their lives and do nothing to improve their situation, and then they wonder why girls don't want to be with them. Just make it make sense. It's a circle jerk of negativity. And that's essentially why I really left. And then they'll cry behind all kinds of freaking excuses, like genetics. Oh, I'm not 6'3", that's why she doesn't want me. It's like, brother, you can be 5'9" and still get a wonderful girl. This is coming from a 6 foot dude. Height is not that important. It's an excuse. Like, just date a girl that's shorter than you. Okay, it's not that hard. Another excuse. Oh, you gotta make 6 figures or she won't want you. Well, how about you don't go for gold diggers? You ever thought about that? Another excuse of all women are the same. They will be if you keep cherry picking all the toxic ones. You know everyone's different. And so on and so forth, right? Every excuse not to take self-accountability to actually make a change. A good way to see it, and a good analogy for these black pillars, is they are all crabs in a bucket. As soon as one of them actually starts to realize and wake up and go, oh, I'm not actually going to ever get anywhere if I stay in this bloody circle jerk of negativity, I'm going to start climbing out. Hey guys, you should come with me. And then they go, no. And they pull them back down every single time. Because they don't want you to improve. They want you to stay there because it makes you feel better about their sad excuses of a life. Because they don't want to do anything hard to change. They don't want to take any self-accountability. It's pathetic. And then they want to complain about why girls don't want them. It's like, brother, you're built like melted ice cream, okay? Yes, you should train in the gym and build up a bit of a physique because that subconsciously is attractive, okay? To a healthy female. She finds that attractive, yes. Dude, I'm a skinny guy. I work my ass off to get some below mid physique right now. But brother, it's better to try and make a change than it is to just sit and complain chronically online all day. What's actually gonna move the needle of life, brother? What's gonna move it? There's no end game to being in the black pill. It just poisons your mind until you just, I don't even know, bro. I don't know. It is just the worst place you could be for your mental health. So you can see I'm passionate about how much I despise this community. So why did I choose biblical masculinity? Because there's more to life than just being attractive to girls, okay? And if that's your life, just focusing on being as attractive to girls as possible, if that's all you care about in your life, then brother, you're a disappointment to your ancestors who sacrificed their lives fighting with sword in hand on a battlefield so that you could breathe life today. You are insulting them. You're spitting in their face. A lot of these black pill guys live a life of extreme comfort. And they have no purpose. They have no greater calling over their lives. When you come to Jesus, you find your purpose. It's to serve God, to do your best to reflect Jesus in everything that you do. And yes, we're going to constantly fail that standard, but it's the act of trying. That's what matters. And a great analogy I want to give you is the butterfly garden analogy. Don't go out trying to chase butterflies hoping to catch one. Instead, put that same effort into building a garden that's going to attract the butterflies. By following Jesus and finding the true calling over your life, that is you building that garden. Quality, high value, and good women are going to see the life that you're building and are going to be naturally attracted to you. The bad, toxic, red flag women are going to be going in the opposite direction, which is good. That's what we want. We want to attract the good ones, okay? And this proves that they're not all the same. And then while your garden is building up and you're attracting these butterflies, right, attracting the women, then you can pick and choose the best fit for you and your life, okay? And yes, you have to actually put effort into finding that good wife. She's not just gonna fall into your lap like a lot of people think. But as you build that garden, you're just gonna naturally attract her, okay? So yeah, that's ultimately why I spat out the black pill and I chose biblical masculinity over the black pill. And just an extra little side note I want to throw in at the end of this video here. I do actually believe that looks play a role. I know this sounds super contradicting to this whole thing because black pill only cares about looks, yet now I'm saying I do believe looks play a role. But what I mean by this is you and your wife, your future wife, should be physically attracted to each other. But the problem with the black pill is it has you believing that looks are everything, but they're not. I always like to see looks as this. Looks get your foot in the door. So what I mean by that is looks get her on a date with you, and then it's your charisma, your sense of humor, your personality, your chemistry and all that, your heart posture, your mission in life, all that internal stuff is what does that 80%. The looks, the 20%, get her interested in going on a date with you. And then all that comes through and then either she's head over heels for you or she's not the one for you. She's not the future wife for you, okay? Simple as that. And I also believe that your outward attraction, your outward traits and stuff are a reflection of your inner world, okay? What's going on in your head, what's going on in your heart is going to be reflected physically, okay? It's your aura, right? When you look at a lot of grumpy people, do they attract happy, healthy, good vibes, good energy type of people? No, they attract the same thing as them. They attract more misery, more negativity. Birds of a feather flock together, right? And you can just tell, it's called physiognomy. You can tell by just first glance at someone, if you like them or not. Essentially, it's like a quick judgment, basically, just based on physical traits. If someone's got like a grumpy old man, right? You know he's just gonna be a miserable human being to be around because he's very miserable inside, right? Whereas someone that's got like they just look approachable, they look really happy, they look nice or whatever, you want to talk to them, right? You just want to. Same thing, right? So you need to fix your inner world. The black pill is going to fill your inner world with hatred, despise, bitterness, resentment. That's what the black pill fills you up with. It makes you look even less attractive, bro. It makes you look uglier over time. So spit it out. You focus on God, man. You focus on Jesus. You get filled with the Holy Spirit. That light will shine through, bro. Will shine through. And you do your best to live in alignment with Jesus. The fruits of that, bro, it's worth it. It's worth it. And plus, you'll be given discernment. Here's another little golden tidbit. Discernment basically is going to allow you that when a girl comes into your life, discernment is going to see her red flags immediately, and that's the Holy Spirit telling you, no, brother, this is not going to be good for you. Whereas if you don't have that discernment, you fall for anything, bro. Anything. So, yeah, with all being said, man, I hope this has at least provoked some thought into your head, into your internal world, what's going on. If you're in the black pill, I hope that you do spit it out, because there is nothing good to be found there. And with all being said, I will see you in the next video. Peace.